Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Pankaj, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you see, can you hear properly on YouTube? Can you check out? Can you hear properly on YouTube? If I pin him to screen, that's better, am I right? Is that okay? On YouTube? I'm pin, yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so thank you so much, Pankaj, for joining this session. I will record the meeting. If anyone get exit from the meeting, please join again. Can you give me one more minute because I will just open YouTube also. If there is any question from YouTube, you can just receive it. Okay. Pankaj, can you hear me? Is your bandwidth okay? Should I better to keep my video off, isn't it? Yeah, I will keep my video off. I think you have low bandwidth, am I right?
I think
Yes, yes. Huh. Is everything fine on YouTube? Somebody reply. Manoj, is everything fine, isn't it? His voice was also fine, am I right? Okay, yeah, we shall proceed. Is it okay, Pankaj, now? Okay, Pankaj, your voice is breaking. Can you keep video also off? I mean, let us try once.
okay, sir. Is it clear now?
Now it's okay. Can you switch on video and speak one more time?
Okay. Is it audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Okay, now it seems to be okay. If uh, bandwidth decreases, then you keep video also off. Okay. 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 So thank you
Okay.
so much for joining this session. We have a lot of questions to ask. I think I hope you have at least 1 or 1.5 hour time. First of
Yes,
all, on
definitely.
behalf of the whole SNBOS physics learning community, I'm about to say, uh, we all congratulate you on behalf of your selection to as a BARC Scientific Officer. And so, congratulations, Pankaj.
Thank you,
And
sir.
you are already, it's been very, I think,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
few months you already joined there, but we wish to congratulate you again. And shall
Yes,
we
sir.
start the session? I will, again, can you tell
Sure.
us about
Yes.
your schooling? I will start with some very beginning of your educational career. Can you talk about some schooling? How did you get into physics and all?
Okay. I've done my schooling from Uttarakhand, Pithoragarh, Vivekananda School, and physics was my favorite subject. So I decided to choose BSc Honors from Delhi University Rajdhani College. And after BSc, I decided to do MSc in physics. I tried many entrance exams of MSc like DU, JAM, BSU, etc. But I could not qualify any of the exams. But I had this feeling that I liked only subject which is physics. I know that the physics is the only subject, so I decided to do MSc from Kumar University, Nainital, and it is my home place, Pithoragarh. So I did MSc from Government College, Pithoragarh, and after completing my MSc, I joined IISc, Center of Nanoscience Department for Nanoscience, and then I left there and I joined
Okay,
university.
okay, wait. I think we have some more questions in between. Again, how was your experience as in the Delhi University? Physics honors course, BSc course. How was that course? How did you get training like that? Can you explain?
Yes, the course is well structured. I mean, if you study well in BSc Honors, you can easily crack these entrance exams like GATE, NET, or JAM. But I was not very sincere in BSc, to be honest.
Okay. Okay. After
You
that,
learn a lot of things. I mean, there are all experimental facilities are there, and very fine teachers are there. I mean, opportunities are there. It all depends on you.
okay. After you have joined, what is that university name? I can't pronounce, I think.
Kumar University.
Yes, yes. So, how was the experience there? How was the course structure and all? Can you please explain about that one?
I mean, it's a government college, so uh, not good as Delhi University,
Okay.
but the course was good. Course design was good, but other facilities were not there, like laboratory and experimental facilities were not there. But I knew that this is the scenario in my hometown. But still, I knew that if I do self-study, then I can learn whatever I've done. So I decided to stay at home and learn at school.
Okay. So it was a government college. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
So that's very nice. But again, have you gone through experiments or something during MSc, or not much experimental facility?
Yeah, I mean, my specialization was electronics. So most of the experiments were based on electronics, but they were very few, not much exposure.
Okay, okay, okay. So there was no research lab there. Am I right? Okay, okay,
No,
okay.
no,
It was
no.
a kind of a PG center. We call PG center here. Am I right? Okay.
Yes,
Government,
yes.
it's not a university, it's a college, it's a PG center, am I right? It was a PG center, am I right? Postgraduate
Yeah, it's
center,
a college which is affiliated to
affiliated to
university.
university. Okay, so you can keep your video off because we are not, that audio and video is not getting synced. You can keep your video off. Okay.
Okay, sir. Is
So
it clear
now,
now?
yes, yes, we can hear you properly. I hope for communication this is sufficient. Anyway, we shall try. Uh,
Yes.
Now I will get into the next part of your career. You have joined our online course during your MSc. You
Yes, sir.
attended that online course during your MSc. How did you manage both MSc and
Hmm.
online course? You say you had some freedom, but still there will be exams, there will be You need to attend the college. You should what you call put attendance there, isn't it? How did you manage both?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, on weekdays, it was little challenging to attend both college and online lectures, but I never missed the online lectures. I mean, the timing of lecture was in early morning or in the evening, so I used to attend every class. And on weekends, I had free time. So the practice part and the test series and all these stuff, I used to do on weekends, and on weekdays, I just used to attend all classes and take the notes. And I could not complete the all 100% homework, so I tried 50% of the homework or 50% of the assignment. That's how I managed.
Okay, okay. I mean, how did you schedule your study? I mean, daily again, morning I used to take class, evening also I used to take class, isn't it? I mean, at that
Hmm.
time in that online
Yes, sir.
course, morning also it was up to 9, evening also 1 hour. How did you schedule your study or something? Can you tell me about it?
Actually, I never scheduled the number of hours or the timing of the study. I used to set the small target, like I have to finish this subject. I used to set the deadline that there will suppose there is a test on next weekend. Next weekend there is a test, so I used to set those small targets that I have to finish quantum mechanics up to that date, and so I haven't scheduled a daily plan. I scheduled like for 1 week or 2 week plan. That's how I managed.
Okay, okay. Can you give me one some seconds? Some problem with YouTube. Is that okay? It's showing good connection. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so thank you. Another one during our MSc. I mean, these are very important questions actually. That I mean, we need your answer.
Yes.
During MSc, you qualified GATE. Okay, I mean, since as you told, you
Yes,
couldn't
sir.
complete all of our assignments and all during MSc, but you were regular to class and you have done
Hmm.
your best. During MSc only, you qualified GATE, but not with a good ranking. Maybe it was more than 1,000. Uh,
Yes, sir.
After that, I was suggesting you to join some recently established institute, isn't it? Again, you told me
Yes, sir.
that you will drop 1 year and study and get a good ranking. What made you to take the decision? Because many students will not take the decision. I mean, many people will be happy with very small achievements actually. Again, what made you to take that decision?
Actually, I knew that I haven't given my 100% in during the preparation due to the MSc exams and all this work. I could not give my 100%, and I knew that I can do much better than this. It was not even my 60% that I have given. So I knew that I can do much better than this. And there were many loopholes. Like I skipped electromagnetic theory and one or two more subjects. I knew that these subjects can be covered, and so without 2 or 3 subjects, I gave the Gate 2020 exam. So I knew that there are many loopholes. So uh, that's why I decided to drop 1 year and work on those subjects and those areas which I could not cover during first preparation.
Okay, okay, thank you. One more question. The main requirement in any online course is commitment and consistency. You
Hmm.
have shown consistency, commitment towards our online course. You are there in almost all live classes. I mean, when I watch my own video, I can see your presence. I mean, you used to reply like present sir or your questions and all. I mean, you were there in. I mean, it was quite hectic. I mean, 3 hour what do you call live classes to attend. How did you show that consistency? I mean, how did you manage that consistency?
Yeah, actually, I think initial days I was the most interacting person in that group, and I used to enjoy the discussion. I mean, talking with people and sharing my doubts and asking questions. I used to enjoy it. So, and if you have clear deadline, like you have to clear this exam by that date, and you have to approve the project. If you have clear deadlines and if you enjoy the process, then it becomes automatic. You don't have to put extra effort. Just enjoy the process and be involved in the discussion. Do not afraid to ask questions. That's how I managed.
Okay, I don't remember exactly. Did I answer questions instantly during that classes, or I mean, I took some time or something because I was not watching YouTube, I mean, feedback myself. How did I manage? I mean, because whenever you ask any doubt, if there is a reply, you will, I mean, you will feel comfortable in online course usually. How it went?
Yes, sir.
Can you just give us feedback?
Most of the time it was instant answers, but sometimes the discussion was long. I mean, the doubts were not short doubts, it was very complicated doubts. So it takes time. I mean, the discussion went long. So there was a group I remember in LinkedIn and a group in Facebook. There we used to do the discussion. LinkedIn was a very good platform actually. I had done many discussions there with sir and other students, and it went like that. And most of the time, the doubt cleared instantaneously. But sometimes the discussion went for 1 hour, 2 days. So it was good. It was interesting. It was
Okay.
you
Actually, we found a platform called Slack actually, and now we are using that one.
yes.
It is very very better than earlier time. Again, at that time, I had no idea how to what you call do this online classes. That was the first batch actually, first online batch.
Yes.
So we tried LinkedIn first, and their image was not uploading, and then we went to Facebook, but Facebook was quite distracting media. Later, I found Slack. Now again, we are using Slack. That is the one of the best one. So that's very nice. I mean, after MSc,
Yes.
again you did again you studied and you got a good rank in GATE exam. Again, can you share your
Yes.
experience in exam hall?
Yes. First time when I gave the GATE exam, then I was a little nervous, and I have skipped many subjects. And I think I had covered only 50 to 60% syllabus of GATE when I gave the GATE exam first time. I was not very confident in that, but I knew that what was missing in my first preparation. I knew. So when I did preparation for second time, I knew what are the loopholes, what are the missing parts. Then I worked on it, and then I was very confident. In exam hall, I was very relaxed because I knew that I have worked on my weaknesses. So I was very confident. And I did one mistake also that I spent too much time on one particular problem where I stuck. So I have decided that if I was stuck in one problem, then I will just skip that problem and I will move on. So that helped me to cover all the questions. I could not read the whole question in first gate attempt. So that was the issue. So next time I corrected it. You just have to relax and you should not stuck at one problem. You should just move on. If you are not comfortable with any question or any step, you should just skip that part. Otherwise, it will kill your time on and you will feel demotivated. If your first two problems went like that, you will feel down. So you just have to skip skip the hard part, and that's how I managed.
Okay, okay. So thanks so much. I mean, I think you qualified GATE with a good ranking. Can you mention the ranking? I think I forgot that ranking. Ranking
Yeah, 141.
141. I mean,
Yes.
after you got that ranking, so did you feel that you could have done better, or I mean, or you have done the best?
Yes, sir. I felt that. I felt that because I think I got -7 negative marking. So I was very sad that I could do better than that because when I saw my mistakes, it was very silly mistakes actually, very minor mistakes, but that it happens. Nobody is perfect. So I got around -6 or -7 marks because of negative marking. So yes,
Okay, okay, thank you. Now, after that, again, you went through many interviews. Can you share the experience
yes,
of first interview?
yes. My first interview was ISC Bangalore Nanoscience MTech interview, and I was a bit nervous because it was my first online interview, and was but the interview was very good. It was kind of discussion. So the panel was very friendly, and they asked my favorite topics and favorite subjects and which fields I'm interested in. So they made me feel comfortable, and then it went smoothly because it was very interactive type of session, not a teacher-student question answer type of session. It was very interactive session, so I enjoyed it. But after the interview, I told my friend that there is only 0.1% possibility that I will be selected because around 50% questions I answered wrongly, but they gave me hints and they tried that I should. They tried very much that they gave me hint and they tried me to reach the answer, and that's how it interview went. And I was 0.1% sure that I would be selected in that department, but luckily I got selected.
Okay, okay, thank you. That was a PhD interview?
It was MTech interview.
Okay, MTech interview. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So then, can you share your interview experience in other institute? I mean, whole interview experience. I think you have attended many.
Yeah, actually, I was not very confident that how I would represent myself, and my English is poor. At that time, it was horrible. So I was very scared of interviews. But so I filled almost 20 to 22 forms of interview because I thought I would be selected in at least one place. So I filled most of the forms, and I attended around 20 to 22 interviews because I had that fear that if I take 20 interviews, then at least I would be selected in one place. So that's why I gave so many interviews. But after the first 2 or 3 interviews, I got very comfortable, and I realized that the interviews, if you enjoy the process, if you enjoy the discussion, if you open up yourself, and if you think out loud, whatever you are thinking, if you say to the interviewer, they would be very happy. I mean, they want to know what is your approach. It doesn't matter how much knowledge you have or how much correct answers you are giving. They just want your approach. You should have a good basics and then you should apply the approach. That's how I learned the key key element of the interviews. You should try to think out loud and you should apply your basic concepts. Should not be incorrect. They should be correct, but your approach can be incorrect.
Okay, okay, thank you. Why again? Why did you choose MTech rather than PhD? I mean, you have attended the PhD interviews also, MTech interview also. I mean,
Yes, sir.
when you got offer for MTech, why did you choose MTech over PhD?
Yeah, actually, I got selected in PhD in many places, many good places actually, like IIT Madras, IIT Guwahati, TIFR, or IISER, and other IITs. But I was not sure that I should do PhD or not. I'm fit for research PhD or not. I was not sure, and there is advantage of MTech. Like if you feel that yes, you are interested in that subject, you can convert your MTech into PhD after 1 year of MTech. So ISC is the best place for the research. So I thought if my interest increases, then I will convert my MTech into PhD. And I had an option that I can go to abroad for research, which was my primary option. I thought that okay, I will do MTech and then go abroad and then abroad. Third option was if if I feel that no research is not for me, PhD is not for me, then I can take the placement. There is option of placement in MTech.
Okay, can you just try to have a little? I mean, in your mobile, if you have any other app which is open, can you just try to close because there is voice is breaking actually.
Okay, let me try.
And can you keep mic little bit nearby at
Okay, sir.
constant distance? I hope you are at home, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you?
Is it clear now?
It is okay. Can you keep mic little bit near?
Sure, sir. Is it clear?
So this is okay. This is manageable. We shall continue. Uh,
Okay. Okay, sir.
okay. So that was very clever choice actually. I mean, you wanted to test yourself whether you were interested in research or not, and MTech was the best for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What are the any other
Yes, sir.
advantage that you think of MTech over PhD?
I mean, MTech is good if you wish to explore the engineering areas like electrical engineering and VLSI type of thing. If you are interested in multidisciplinary and engineering subjects, then MTech is very good. There were my friends who were taking the courses. You have a freedom to choose the courses in whichever domain you are interested. You can choose the courses. Like my friends were interested in VLSI design, and I don't know much detail, but they used to take those courses. So there is a freedom of choice. I think this is the advantage, and you
Okay.
can sit for the placements.
Okay. Can you just talk about that MTech course at IISc MTech in nanoscience? Am I right? You have chosen MTech in nanoscience at IISc.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you just talk about that course? I
Yes,
mean, what are the skills students develop during that course? What are the exposure like that?
first of all, the professors are highly, I mean, they are from Harvard, they are from Oxford, they are highly qualified, and you will feel how much knowledge they have. You will enjoy discussion with them. So it's a pleasure to talk with them. And about the coursework, it's a little bit hectic. I mean, MTech courseworks are very busy. There were uh, courses like per day, and there used to be unit exams, assignments, and there's much to do. And some were very interesting actually. There used to be 6 hour exams and open exams where we'll have a freedom, open a book, whatever you wish to do. And the assignments, the projects, you have to study papers and lot of hard work to solve a assignment. We used to study
Sir, voice is not clear.
and not solve that.
Pankaj, can you hear me? Uh, so
Yes, sir.
can you do one thing? Can you leave meeting and rejoin again? Let us try.
Okay,
Because
sir. Okay.
voice is breaking and it is not clear. So again, I request some of you join YouTube, okay? Because since we many of us joined this meeting, that may be also the issue, okay? I mean, you can put your doubt in YouTube also. I will take that doubt at the end of the session, okay? You can I mean, if possible, please attend the meeting in the YouTube, okay? Because YouTube have no problem like that. In Google Meet, when more people joins, usually it consumes a lot of data. That information, am I right? Should I send the YouTube link? Okay, I will send YouTube link also. Okay, to Slack.
Is it clear now?
Yeah. It is better now. It is better, and it you are okay. It's far better. Okay, you can continue. Can
Okay.
you please explain the last thing that you were telling us?
Uh, yeah, I was telling the about the coursework in MTech, and I was saying that it is a bit hectic. The coursework is very heavy in MTech, and there is a lot to learn. And there used to be assignments which took 14 to 20 days, which used to take that much time. You have to study the research papers. You have to develop your skills like coding skills, your curve fitting skills, and other theoretical skills. Then only you could solve those assignments. And one single person cannot solve those assignments by own. So we used to solve in a group. They were very interesting assignments. I mean, you could not find the solution in books or internet. You have to do them by your own. So it was very good. And there used to be open book examination of 6 hours and 7 hours, where again you have to you have you have to study many online materials, research papers to solve that problem. So it was very interesting.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. Uh, Now again, using that skill, is it sufficient to absorb in any job or directly?
Actually, you have to work little extra because suppose you are in then you have to take those courses like digital and electronic courses. Then you have to develop those skills. And suppose you are interested in computer science type of jobs, then you have to build your coding skills. So you have to work a little harder.
Okay, okay,
It all depends on your skills. I mean, the coursework itself would not provide you the placement. You have to work for your own.
okay, okay. Thank you. Uh, so now again, how was BARC interview experience? I mean, what they expect there? I mean, do they expect only? Wait for 1 second. Okay, so am I audible now? I do have some
Yes.
background noise issue here. So I'll quickly ask my question. How was BARC interview? What they expect actually in the interview?
Hmm. I think the BRC interview was the best interview. They were very friendly, and it was like discussion with your friend. It's not like question answering session. It is like the way you discuss the doubts and problems with your friend. It's like that, and they won't expect the huge knowledge and huge. They just expect scientific aptitude. I mean, how can you solve the problem that you don't know? Suppose you don't know the answer of some particular question, so they won't skip that question. They will hold on to that question and they will give hints. Suppose in that way, and you have to think, how can I solve this problem? You have to give the approach, different approaches. Suppose you don't know the answer, but you know that there are three ways to solve this question. So you have to say whatever you are thinking. That this approach I'm trying to solve. You have to give them approach because all they want is scientific aptitude. Yes, knowledge is important. Without knowledge, you can crack the interviews, but most important part is the scientific aptitude. The way you are giving them approach, they will see how many ways to solve. They will try to see in you that what is your thinking, how you can solve this problem in many ways, and your basic concept should not be incorrect. The condition is your basics should be correct, and by using those basics, you should give them approach. I can solve this problem in that way. So they will see this. It doesn't matter if you know the answer or if you don't know the answer. I think I have given only 50 to 60% correct answer. Rest answer I have given by using their hands and by giving them approach. So it doesn't matter how much percentage question you give the correct answer. The only thing matters is how you can show them your approach. This is the only thing matters.
Okay, okay, thank you. Uh, okay, thank you. After cracking BARC interview, have you felt that you should not leave IISc, MTech, and at least for a minute? Have you thought that you should not join BARC and you should continue in IISc, MTech?
No, sir. Actually, before when I was selected in BSC, I was very excited because I've heard many things about this job and the research career in BRC. So I was very excited. So I never thought about it. And after joining BRC campus, the life is very busy here, and there are many coursework, laboratories, and exams, and the hostel life is very enjoyable. So I never thought about it.
Okay. How is BARC Scientific Officer job? I mean, can you just explain about the job about that one?
Hmm. I will tell you about the RRCAT Indore campus. So the mainly research happens in accelerator, laser, material science, and optics. So these are the areas where you can do your research work in PhD or projects you can do. So it's 8 hour job, but it all depends on you how much you want to put in. Because there are many senior scientists who work on Saturdays and Sunday also. They are very dedicated to their work. So we have inspiration to learn from them. It all depends on you how much you want to work. Nobody will force you to do that, to do that. It all depends on you how much you have willpower to do. It's not like you have to go there and work for 8 hours because government is paying more than enough. So you have that feeling that you should do something. You should contribute something. So
Okay, what are
your all
the
research career depends on you, what you want to do, what you want to learn. There's a huge scope to learn different subjects and to do different projects. It is very interesting if you have interest in research, and yes,
okay? What are the research opportunities available there? Again, for scientific officers. I mean, how do they
yes, yes.
get PhD? How do they do PhD along with their commitments? I mean, responsibilities, other responsibilities. And can you please talk about those responsibilities also? I mean, what are the responsibilities you have there? I mean, being officer.
Hmm. Currently, I'm not a officer. I'm training scientific officer, so I don't have much detail how the work goes on. But I have talked to many seniors, which are scientific officers. So uh, the main work here is on accelerator. The Indus 2, it's an electron accelerator, is the key element of the RRCAT. So by using that beamline of electron beamline, you do different experiments, characterizations, or and the second main thing is lasers. There is a huge scope in lasers in RRCAT. So these two areas are most important, lasers and accelerators, electron accelerators. So by using these two machines, there are many interdisciplinary work. Right? You will be working with engineers, you will be working with bio students and chemistry students. There is a huge interdisciplinary work going on. The core physics research is very narrow because most interesting subjects are interdisciplinary. Either they are connected with biology, chemistry, engineering, mechanical, electrical, or other. So the responsibility of we don't have much responsibility. We just have to follow the projects we are given. But after few years, we will have a responsibility to operate those machines because they are very highly imported and very costly instruments there. The laboratories are well equipped and there are top class technology, world class instruments. Everything you want to do is there. It all depends on you, how much effort you want to put in. So this is the responsibility.
Uh, I have a bit background noise here. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so others in the meeting, you can enable your mic and you can speak. You can ask any doubt.
No, sir, your voice is clear.
Okay, okay. I mean, rest of you can start speaking to him. You can ask your doubt. Again, he got a lot of
Yes.
experience. I mean, again, he has done a lot of research while choosing the fields. Also, you know that one. I mean, I hope you have experience in that one. So that's why. So you can enable your mic and you can speak to him. And at the end, I will take a question from YouTube. There are many YouTube subscribers who are asking question. I'll take question from YouTube.
Hello.
Hello, Abhishek.
Hello, Pankaj. Can you tell me something about this interview? Means like, were there any kind of loopholes, or is there any kind of special precaution that we need to take care of? And what are the labels we need to up to which we need to enhance our knowledge
Mhm.
so that we can
I mean,
answer?
you first rule is you should not tell them the random things. If you don't know the answer, just tell them that I don't know the answer. I don't know that topic. They will skip to the next question. You should not be blank. Either you should tell them I don't know the answer, or you should tell them the answer. You should not be blank. You should not waste their time because they have a fixed time, 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever time. They have fixed time. So you should not waste their time. Otherwise, they will waste your time. So this is the first rule. And you should just tell them, I'm not comfortable with this question or this topic. This is the precaution you should take.
And about your after dropping for second time preparation,
Mm.
how did you manage to fill all the loopholes? Did you fill everything, or still did you have something like, yeah, this is remaining, or something like that?
Yeah, actually, you can't complete the 100% syllabus. You will never be 100% prepared. So just you should just study enough. I mean, you should know what is lacking, what is missing. You should know first. First step is, well, you should know what is lacking, what are the loopholes. You should know your weaknesses. Then you should work on them. You will never be 100% perfect on these, but you should try that. The more you can do, the best for you. You will never be 100% sure.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, man.
I want to ask that if someone want to convert their degree into PhD program during their first year of MTech program,
Mhm.
then how many years will it take to complete the whole curriculum MTech plus PhD?
Uh, I think 6 years,
Okay,
5 year
so MTech.
PhD and 1 year of MTech course.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Uh, Actually, how should I manage the both the things, the interview preparation and the exam preparation? Because both the preparations are different. So how should I
Hmm.
manage both parallelly?
I mean, it depends on you. If you feel that my basics are very weak, I'm very weak in basics, then you should prepare for interviews along with the preparation of written exam. But if you know that, yes, I know some basics, I know the basic subjects like quantum mechanics, electromagnetism, and mathematics. If you know that you know basic concepts, then you can only focus on a written exam because written exam qualification is very much important because without qualifying the written exam of BRC, you cannot sit in the interview. So written exam should be your first priority. But if your concepts are very weak, then you should work parallelly. I mean, you should not prepare for whole day. Just schedule 1 or 2 hours for your interview and basic preparation. You should do it parallelly.
Okay, thank you. One more question.
Yes.
Uh, do you have any idea about in PhD in interdisciplinary program? Because before 2 days ago, I'm just given my interview in IIT Bombay, instrumental and applied physics and material engineering.
Mhm.
These are the interdisciplinary program.
Yes.
So, is there any benefits or advantage of doing PhD in interdisciplinary program?
The only advantage is you will learn the new subject and you will explore the new possibilities because core physics research is saturated now. The more interesting areas of research are interdisciplinary. The core physics research area is very narrow, as I said. So most of the research going in physics is related to either biology, either engineering or chemistry, like nanoscience. It is interdisciplinary of chemistry, biology, and electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and physics. So these are most interesting areas. You'll learn.
Okay. I have doubt like you are doing MSc in physics and then again doing a PhD in another interdisciplinary program. So these things
Yes.
are affect in the future or not? That's the doubt. So these
Sorry,
are
can you? Can you repeat your question?
Okay, doing MSc in physics and again PhD from interdisciplinary program. So
Mhm.
these things are not matter, I think so. Because
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
okay, thank you.
Hello. First of all, a congratulations to you for having the scientist job.
Thank you, Shubhanshu.
Yeah. By the way, what's your mark in the GATE exam?
Gate exam 51.3.
Out of 100, is not it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So when you did your revision, like in the revision, what's the it is important revision, is not it? So in the revision, what
Yes.
happened that how you revised everything because it is really easy to do some numerical problem step by step, but at the end we have to revise everything thoroughly. So how you did that?
I mean, first you should make a formula sheet, separate formula sheet, and you should write down all the key points, all the key formulas there, so that you will have a track. You should have a track what topics you should cover, and doing revision along with the previous year paper is the best thing, I think. Only reading your notes is not sufficient. You should do revision, like you should pick a paper of quantum mechanics or electrodynamics, whatever you want to do. You should pick the previous year papers or the any Griffith exercise problem, and you solve them. And if you have any problem in that problem, then you should read that concept. I mean, you should not keep on repeating your notes. You should do practice with parallel to the revision. That's how it will be more beneficial.
Okay, thank you. And I have a question like, yeah, I mean, if we solve the numericals problem or anything like that, any reference book, etc. and etc. So how we will set our boundaries that up to what extent I will solve the numerical problem, up to what extent I will
Mhm.
do that.
I mean, you should suppose you have decided that on next Monday I would take the quantum mechanics exam. Then it doesn't matter how much syllabus you have covered, how much problems you have solved. You should give that exam. You should not be scared of these unit tests or assignments. That's how you decide. I mean, if you have suppose 2 months of period and you have decided that I have to give the 6 unit exams of different subjects, then you should complete those tests on time. You should not skip them. You should not say that no, I'm not fully prepared, because you will never be fully prepared. Whatever you have studied in class or whatever practice you have done, you just have to give those tests. This is very important for practice and for building the concept. You should never say that, okay, I will study that much, then only I will get the test. You should not say that.
Okay, I have one more question that basically during preparation, what happens that sometimes we get demotivated, like we don't like to
Mm.
study or anything like that, and we also don't
Yes.
study in that days. So
Yes.
basically, what your approach in that?
Yeah, I mean, I had many distractions also. I'm a huge cricket fan. I watched cricket for 5 days straight. If there is a test match, I watch the whole test match. And I play video games like PUBG is my favorite. So I'm a very distracted person. It doesn't matter how much distraction you have. You will feel low sometimes. You will feel that I should quit that physics. Physics is not for me. You should take a break. I mean, if you are wasting your time, suppose you should take a break. You should go with your friends. You should take in some restaurant, eat good food. You should feel good about yourself. You should not be harsh on yourself. I mean, you will have distractions. You will have a days where you won't even study for a whole day. But since you have set the small deadlines, you should know that after 10 days I have to reach there. You should set those deadlines. It will help. It will keep you motivated. If you have some target, then you know that I have to reach there. Then only you will keep on do work.
And and also basically there is a difference like by solving the problem for practice and the problem solving in exam, there is a difference, you know it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how you are cope up with that, with these two?
This difference will get reduced when you do a lot of practice. You solve the previous year problems. You should solve the book problems. The only solution of this problem is the practice. There is no replacement of practice.
Yeah, okay. And did you try it for the net JRF exam?
Yeah, I had given one net exam and I could not qualify that exam.
Okay. and TIFR just.
No, I did not give TFR. I
Okay.
gave one just exam in during my MSc, but I could not qualify just exam.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is really a nice talking.
Well,
I have some questions in YouTube. I will quickly express.
okay.
Uh, I mean, in IITs, they will ask for BSc or MSc percentage also. Am I right? I mean, you have some experience. If
Yes.
if percentage is less than 60, will they allow or will they not?
I think there is different criteria. In some institute, there it is 65, and in some institute, it is 55%. So it depends on institute. If you have that cut-off marks, then only you can sit for the interview or the entrance exam.
Okay, will they strictly what do you call follow that one, that marks or percentage in IITs?
I think yes, sir.
Okay, they strictly follow that marks. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Because you have to fill your percentage and you have to upload your mark sheet while filling the application form, and they will reject the application form if the criteria is not satisfied.
Okay, there is one more question. Is BARC worth it? I mean, in YouTube, and
Hmm.
the effort that I would put in, is BARC
Is
worth
the
it?
Yeah, I mean, it is the best place you can be if you are interested in physics and you are interested in research. I don't think there is any better place than BARC in India, because you have job security, and there is a lot to learn. There are different interdisciplinary subjects. There are senior scientists which have a lot of knowledge. You will learn a lot of from them. Not only the science, you will learn the life lessons from those scientists. It is very enjoying phase.
Okay, thank you. The my earlier question was not for IIT; it was for BARC. I mean, will BARC consider
Okay.
that MSc BSc percentage very strictly? 60%,
Uh,
65%.
I think yes, they will consider, because there is a document verification process. So yes, they will consider.
Okay, there is one more question here. I'm studying in BSc Honors. What are the benefits after BSc Honors?
Benefits. Uh, BSc Honors course is very interesting. I mean, you will learn coding, and you will learn numerical techniques, and you will get the exposure to the labs. That's how it is beneficial. Otherwise, there is no difference between BSc Honors and BSc for your future purposes, because it is just a bachelor's degree, nothing else. So you have a lot of exposure to learn. Learning process is better in BSc Honors course. That's all.
So
It is just a bachelor degree.
yes, can you please tell us some questions asked in BARC exam, BARC interviews?
Okay, actually, I told them my favorite subjects are quantum mechanics, solid state physics, and nuclear physics and electrodynamics. So the order that I told them, that first quantum mechanics and then condensed matter physics and then nuclear physics, the question came out in that order. The first question was related to 3D potential well in quantum mechanics, and then they went to the condensed matter physics. They asked about FCC, that is structure factor, and the electron theory, free electron theory, about metals, why do they shine, plasmonic resonance, and in nuclear physics they ask about binding energy curve, neutron, and the states of neutron, and angular momentum conservation. And in electron dynamics they ask about the image charge problem, two infinite plane, one infinite plane, Laplace equation, and they also asked about statistical problem where there is two energy levels. One is at energy zero and one is at energy E. Then they asked me to draw some plots of in class in classical distribution, quantum distribution. They asked me to draw some plots of entropy and those things. And in mathematical physics, they asked about coupled differential equation. They asked me to solve that coupled differential equation, and that's all.
Rest of you can ask the questions.
Hello, I have a question. Like, so during interview, so they asked very deep question. Like, I mean, while solving the problem generally for MSc or
Hmm.
entrance exam up to MSc entrance exam. So, did it help you or anything like if we have to do some extra work for the interview also?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
I mean, I like what we are doing, like problem solving for the GATE entrance exam is sufficient for the interview, or we need to work on extra area like book study or any depth knowledge for the
No,
interview.
it is not sufficient. It is not even a 20%. You have to study the standard books like quantum mechanics, Reef, or Jetly. You have to study the basic books, and you should attend the NPTEL lectures on YouTube, like very Balakrishnan sir and other teachers. They are very good. So you should focus on key concepts. You should keep on asking why. If I'm doing this, then why? If you keep on asking the why question, then you will be get prepared for the interviews. Only problem solving is not sufficient for the interviews. You have to put some extra effort.
Yeah.
NPTEL lectures are best. I mean, you will enjoy the NPTEL lectures. They can be bit boring, but you can speed up those lectures, and the professors are very great.
Okay. Okay, but it is like quite. I mean, focusing on the problems and focusing on the other part for the interview exam. Is it
Mhm.
manageable?
Is it?
I mean, how will you manage that for the interview and for the uh, problem solving, like for the entrance exam?
The ideal thing is you should do it parallelly. I mean, you should have some time for the concepts and some time for the problem solving. But ideal situation never happens. So if you have a large gap between your entrance and interview, like in BARC, there is I think 1 or 1.5 month gap between entrance and interview. Then you should focus more on entrance problem solving. And during that period, 1.5 month period, you should only focus on interview. That's how you can do. But ideal situation is you should do it parallelly.
Okay. And to get a call for interview, what much rank is required in the GATE exam?
It depends on institutes. Like in ISC, if you want to do PhD, then your rank should be below 50. And suppose in IT Delhi, your rank should be below 200. It depends on institute.
Okay. And what about the BARC? Like, how many it requires the rank?
I think if for the gate channel, the rank should be below 60 or 70.
Okay, but your rank was like 144.
Yeah, that's why I gave the BRC entrance exam. In BRC entrance exam, the cutoff was 118 and my marks was 143.
The cutoff was 118, 118,
18. Yes.
180.
118.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. By the way, how is the BARC entrance exam versus the GATE entrance exam?
It's, I
Like,
think,
I'm very
easiest
new.
exam. It's easiest exam among GATE, NET, and TFR. It is very easy. The key thing is speed. You should have speed and you should focus on accuracy. The questions are very basic. I mean, it's most of the questions are BSc level. It's very basic question and they won't take much time. Most of the question can be done in 30 seconds. So speed is what matters. And the more you can cover the syllabus, I mean, you should not skip the optics. Apart from the gate syllabus, you should study the basic of optics and interference, diffraction, 11th and 12th NCRT books. They will help. You should not skip any subject. It will help.
Okay, and is your rank in the BARC entrance exam?
They they do not show the rank. They only show the cutoff marks and your marks.
Okay, okay. And what is the like available seat? I mean, like per year for the BARC entrance? Yeah, for the
That
BARC.
time they called I think around 290 students for interview and they selected only 22 for scientific officer.
22.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello,
How may
sir. In what field BARC doing their research?
I think in Mumbai campus is doing in high energy physics, astrophysics, condensed matter physics, optics, and all. And the RRCAT campus is doing in accelerators, lasers, and material science, optics. These are the areas. And the Kolkata VCC
Okay.
campus is doing in cyclotron, high energy physics.
Mainly dependent upon nuclear and particle sites.
Yes, yes,
Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
yes, correct.
Yeah, during the interview, will they ask
Hmm.
about like the preference of the subjects in which the questions to be asked, or they'll be shooting the questions randomly from the subjects? Like
They will
will they
ask
ask like
your.
what?
Hmm.
Yeah, will they ask like
They,
which subject you have prefer, like or something like that?
yeah, they will ask your favorite subject. So you should mention them at least three. And
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions?
So any particular area of research that you are more interested in, BARC is doing a vibrant research in that field?
okay, currently I'm exploring all the areas, but I'm interested in accelerator and material science.
Okay.
It means that in the bark, like you will choose the area or they assign to by themselves.
I mean, it depends on your rank. The training period, it contains lot of exams and marking system. So finally, you will get a rank of your training period, and based on that rank, you will get a choice. Suppose there are 8% in physics, and there will be eight postings on different areas, like from accelerator division, from material division, from laser division. There will be eight vacancies. If your rank is one, then you have all eight options. You can choose any of your choice. But if you have a last rank, then you're left with only one choice. That's how it is.
And what if you will got fail in in that training exam? Like, is there any problem or?
You won't fail. Actually, the
Yeah.
exams are easy. Nobody fails here.
No, no.
They
Are they?
won't.
So does they contain problems like CSR, NetGate, this exam like that?
No, 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 no. The problems are easy.
Okay. There is one question in YouTube. Would you like to share any recent involvement in any project at BARC, which can spike the interest up?
Yeah, the for RRCAT campus, the industry is the new project, which is a very mega project, and it will take, I think, 3 to 4 kilometer area to build a new accelerator. It is a electron accelerator which will have a 5 giga electron volt energy, which will be used for the characterization and other experiments. So this new project is in line. It's called Industry.
Any idea about the diploma in radiological physics?
I don't have much idea, but I think it is a 1 year diploma course, and after that you will join some hospitals where you will be radiation safety officer and all. And the entrance exam level is like GATE. I don't have much idea.
There is one more question on preparation. How you used to read books during preparation? How you manage time?
Okay. Actually, most of the time, sir used to instruct us which topic to study, and we used to do discussion at evening with video call. So most of the time, sir used to give us the instruction that this book you should follow for this topic. And that's how I did.
Uh,
And there is a huge to learn from the book, but you should have an instructor which will tell you that this topic is important and you should study that topic from that book. Then it becomes very easy.
Yeah,
Hello.
but
Hello.
sometimes what happen that it is really confusing. Like I mean, what should I read from this chapter? Like, yeah, I know what I will ask by the examiner in the exam hall. So
Then yes, you should attend the NPTEL lectures actually. Then you will feel what kind of questions they can ask because these are the professors that will be taking your interviews in IITs or BARC. So you should check the NPTEL lectures. You will get the feel. What are the things you should focus on
are you watching the NPTEL lecture also during preparation?
during preparation? Yes,
Okay, I mean for the selected subject, is not it? Like
yeah,
what?
for the selected. Like my favorite subjects are, as I told you, four subjects. Then so I watch the lectures for those all four subjects.
Okay. Could you please tell me like what kind of approach you should have like during the interview? Like if you don't know any question or something like that, like how you should say that. Like yeah.
Uh, Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Yeah, sure. So, like, what kind of approach you should have in the interviews? Like, if you don't know any question particularly, like, how we should say them, like, sir, we don't know this question or something like that. How we try to say that?
Yeah, I mean, you should be straightforward. If you don't know the answer, just tell them that I don't know that topic. I haven't prepared that topic. You should not waste their time. And if you have a little bit of idea about that question, then you should tell them, I know this only. This part I know, and after that, I don't know much. So you should be clear. You should not confuse them or you should not play with the words. You should not repeat the sentences. You should be very clear. Either you know or you don't know.
Yeah, okay, thank
By the way, how is the friend circle or colleague circle in the BARC? Like, yeah, your friend circle.
Uh, Still, I'm in hostel, so I'm enjoying the hostel life. There, the students are from different places, and engineers are also taking classes with us. So we play badminton, we play cricket, we play table tennis. So I think most beautiful part of scientific officer career is this training period.
Okay. By the way, how many hours your training goes?
The training period is busy here. I mean, when there are classes, then from 9 a.m. to I think 4 or 5 p.m. there are regular classes, 6 or 7 classes, and there are laboratories where you have to go from 10 a.m. to sometimes it went to 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. So it's a very busy, and there was a time where every weekend you had to give the exam. So if we did not get the free time even on the weekends because due to corona our training period is not 1 year, it's 10 months, but the material is same. They used to whatever they used to study in 12 months we are studying in 10 months, so it is a bit hectic, but you will enjoy. I'm enjoying.
That's nice then. Yeah.
What is the posting location after training? How does it depend on? I mean, where they post you?
I think most of us will be posted in Arcade Indoor, but there can be two or three vacancies from outside. Outside, like VCC Kolkata, there can be one or two vacancies from VCC Kolkata, and one can be from BRC Mumbai, which is very less probable. But I think 60 to 70% people will be posted in Arcade itself because our coursework is designed such a way that we will work on accelerators or lasers. So most of the students will be placed here.
Yes, could you please tell us about, what are the major mission of our, this BARC, BARC? What are the things that they are involved in? Because, outside people don't know much about that. There is one question like, do they work in nuclear reactor like that?
Yeah, actually, more. I don't have much details, but the RRCAT campus, it do not work on nuclear reactor. It works on accelerator and laser. In BRC Mumbai campus, it works on high energy physics and nuclear physics mostly, but we don't have that detail. Only senior scientists have that detail.
Okay, thank you. Can you please explain about you because other interest other than all of these what you call subject related? I mean, what else you are interested in? I mean, can you please talk about yourself? I mean, other than scientific part.
Hmm. Actually, other than that coursework and scientific part, I am working on my reading skills. I like reading novels, which are for personal betterment or financial betterment. I like to read the novels, and I I am involved in most of the physical activities. Like I play badminton, I play cricket, I play table tennis, I go gym daily. So that's how I spend my day.
Okay, thank you. How did you manage that social media addiction or this game or something? You said you were
Yeah.
quite addicted. How did you manage during the preparation? Because this is very hard for most of the students.
Yeah, I was very addicted to social media and game. But if you know that you have 1 year of deadline, if you have a fixed deadline that after 1 year I want this result, and if you know that you can do that, you have a confidence that if you do that much work, what it will take, if you know what it will take to reach there, that kind of thinking you should have. Then it doesn't matter how many days you waste, how much hours you waste on social media or games. You will again start fresh. You will start the new day with the new freshness, and you will work on that. So you should have that confidence in your mind, and you should have that those clear deadlines, and you should know what it will take. Then only you will be on track. Otherwise, you will be distracted. I never tried to push myself to stop social media or stop gaming. I just sometimes I used to feel that why I'm wasting this much time, why I'm playing so many games, and why I'm watching web series and all. But if if you have some small targets, you have some goals, some deadlines, then you will automatically these distractions will automatically be rejected. If you have near deadlines, then these distractions will go.
Yes, thank you so much. So finally, I always feel that again this classroom course was better than online course. But since you guys were very far away, and during
Hmm.
MSc for MSc student during the course it was very convenient. During MSc, but after MSc, what would you suggest? I mean, this online course or classroom course?
If it all depends on you. Some people like to study at their home. They have their workspace. They like study on their table rather than because if you take the offline course, then it will consume a lot of time. Like you have to arrange for your food, you have to take care of your clothes and other things. It will consume very much time. And some people they don't like to study at their home because they don't like their working space. They just want to escape from the home, and then it depends on person to person. If you have a good friends group, we had a group of 4 or 5 people, and we used to study in a group. We had a WhatsApp group and also physical group. We used to discuss our doubts. Take we used to talk about the topics in video calls. If you have that kind of group, that I think online is best. And if you like to study at your home, then online is best. I think for me, online was best, and it depends on person to person.
Okay, but many people will overestimate themselves that I have seen
Yes,
recently.
yes,
After
yes, yes.
COVID, again, it was only online course that I was running,
Hmm.
and they assured me, but they didn't study. Again, where it went wrong? I mean, at home, the environment, or where the online course will went wrong. I mean, again, you told about group study. I mean, many students are not doing that one. That's one of the way.
Hmm.
Any other way that you can do online course better?
Yeah, actually, I never felt that online course is less than offline. I never felt like that because I was very involved in discussion. And as I said, we had a group of four or five people, so it become very smooth. But if someone do not have that kind of group and someone is not very interactive, then it will become very problematic because online course you will feel that okay, I will open the laptop, I'll join the class, and I will take the notes, and you'll feel relaxed. You will be laying on your bed, you're relaxing. The workspace is very important. You should make a separate space where which will be only used for the classes and taking notes. Then only you will get a feeling that yes, I'm attending the class. I'm not relaxing at home. It all depends on you. Nobody can force you to do that. You have to make. You have to force yourself to do that.
Okay, that means you need to create environment there itself. I
Yes.
mean, if you are
Yes.
doing it from home,
Hmm.
you have to create environment there itself for a group study. That's what you are
Hmm.
suggesting.
Yes.
Yeah. So that I have to suggest my next online course student that they have to form a group there and they have to have a workspace, separate workspace,
Yes.
not like anywhere at home or something. I mean, even at home, separate workspace where their friends together can discuss or something, isn't it?
Yes.
Or if
Even if the gathering is not possible, you should have a separate table where you will only study. You won't watch the web series there. You won't sleep there. You won't do any activities. The space should be only for studies. Then only you can focus. Otherwise, you will get distracted.
okay, how about this one? I mean, I felt recently 2 to 3 online course students together, they can have a one small room for study. They go there, they have internet there. I mean, the expenditure can be minimized.
Yeah. It is also best if you have a group of two or three people. Um, Learning together is the best part, I think. We had a group of four people, which was, I think, the most important part. We used to discuss our doubts. We used to motivate each other. That was the main part.
Okay, okay. So thanks so much. Any other questions? Okay, so thank you so much for what you call giving us time, answering all of our doubt, and I think we will take your interview again maybe after some years
Sure, sir.
to get your experience in as a BARC Scientific Officer, and that
Sure,
will
sir.
help the students to choose their career wisely. And so, thank you so much for being part of SN Bose Physics Learning Center and guiding. Again, you are guiding many PhD in what do you call aspirants. You are taking a lot of
Yes.
PhD interviews also. They are all helping the whole community. So thank you so much for joining this one. Is there any doubt? Shall we close the session?
Sir, hello Pankaj Pant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I have found out what is the salary of scientific officer?
That I don't know because I am trainee scientific officer. I am not scientific officer yet. Once I got the salary, I will tell you.
Yes.
The stipend is 55,000. That I can tell you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. If there are no questions, we shall close this session. Thank you so much for Pankaj. And we should again on behalf of SN Bose Physics Learning community, we wish you all the best for your career, for your future. So thank
Thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much for joining this session. We shall close
Thank you,
this
sir.
session. Thank you so much for this time. So please
Thank you, sir.
be in touch with this community and I mean in Facebook or YouTube whenever you are free because you are going to be busy later. Please help the students to answer some doubt. Like I mean, they need counseling. They need career guidance. I mean, you
Mhm.
have some experience now. I hope
Yes, sir.
so that would be very helpful for us. So thank you so much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. It's
Yeah.
pleasure to talk to you all.
Yes.